Beitzah Perak Dalid Mishnah Gimel, third Mishnah in the fourth chapter of Beitzah. We're going to continue talking about the idea of procuring firewood. How do you do it? So we discussed where you could take the wood from. How do you cut it? Says the Mishnah. Because the problem was, if I allowed you to chop wood, you could chop wood all day. And Chazal, as we've learned before in previous Mishnayot, they were very concerned that it didn't turn into a Yom Chol, into a work day. And I could chop wood. Mitoch shehuta litzorech, chuta shelo litzorech. We've had that principle quite a few times. So if I want to invoke the principle of mitoch, so maybe I could just chop wood all day. Says the Mishnah. Ein mevakiim eitzim. So first, what wood? Levakeah means to chop wood or to split wood. You can't split wood. Lo min hakorot. Korot are beams. Hasdurot ba'aretz that are set in the ground or set aside. Kadei shelo yit'amku, so they don't become warped. Similarly, so you can't take wood that was set aside for building. Lo min hakorot. Those are the korot beams. Let's say your ceiling broke. Probably happened a lot. They weren't the finest beams, so they kept some aside. And it broke on Yom Tov. The ceiling caved in. So I said, okay, I might as well burn it. You can't burn it. Why? Even though now it's usable, says the Bartanura, for burning, it's burnable because you can't use it. It broke. It's a broken beam. That's what you're going to do. Bein hashmashot lab lehachi kayima. It wasn't ready. Bein hashmashot. There's another halakhic principle that you may or may not have heard of. It's worthwhile to learn. It's called migo. There's a lot of kinds of migos, but this migo is migu de it katsai bein hashmashot. We've heard this before, but since it katsai became from the word muktsa bein hashmashot, okay, it katsai lekol yoma kula. And then that's pretty close. Since it became muksa bein hashmashot, it katzai lekol yoma kula. There's a lot of kol yoma kula with an aleph. I don't know. There's a lot of halachot that's called migo. It's called migo. Since it became muksa bein hashmashot, it became muksa. So these beams in part of your house, they were muksa. You didn't want to burn them. You didn't have in mind. So therefore, even though now they're available, it's not available. It's not available. You can't burn it. You can't use it on Yom Tov. Mishnah continues. What can you split the wood that you need with? Because remember, you have to cut wood in order to stick it in the oven to make it usable. And mevakin lo bekardom. You can't use an axe. You can't split with an axe. Lo b'migera, nor with a saw. Lo b'magal from the igul, round, a scythe. Ela bekupitz. Okay, rather you can do it with a kupitz. A kupitz is a cleaver. So it's interesting. I look for, this is our classic meat cleaver. I look for ancient cleaver. It's really hard to know what the ancient cleavers look like. Okay, because if you look at the Bartanura says kopitz is sakin shel katzavim. We know that. That's even the modern word. The modern word for kopitz is a meat cleaver. Okay, it's a knife of butchers. And you know kli uman, it's not a professional thing. Everybody had one. Some had two heads. Rosh echad rachav. Okay, one of them is wider. It's called the feminine side, the female side. Rosh echad tzar, and one is thinner, and nikrat sad zachrut. It's called the male side. You can only split wood with the male side, which is the small side. That's more like an axe, like a two-sided axe. And between you and me, it's very hard to know, even though in the Bartanura's time, that was his meat cleaver, it's really difficult to know what the meat cleavers look like in the times of the Mishnah, unless you ask an archaeologist. I'm sure somebody's done research. I couldn't find it on the internet easily. So if you know what a meat cleaver looked like in the times of the Mishnah, send me an email. I'd love to hear. We'll continue. Let's say you had a house that was full of fruit. It was a storage house. Satum. It was closed up. Vinifchad, and the door, and it opened, meaning the door fell open. No, tell me makom apchat, and you can take food from the makom apchat, from where the cave-in was. Because remember, we said the principle of migudi it katzai. So if I have this storehouse that I literally close up, I lock it up, then I'm not intending to use the food in the storehouse on Yom Tov. Nonetheless, if it's nifchat, if it opens up, nifchat means the wall crumbled. Pachot, nifchat, the wall crumbled. No, tell me makam achad, you can take food from where there's an opening. Rabbi Meir says, no, af pochet lechatchila v'notel. You can even remove the wall. We're going to see what it's talking about, because otherwise it makes no sense. Lechatchila originally, and you can take. What does it mean? The Bartanura says, okay, we're talking about they're not muktzah. Okay, the bayit in this house we're talking about, Mayre is speaking, she'eno banui betit ubesid. It's not built with mud and with lime. Rather, you just laid the bricks without it. So therefore, you just laid a pile of bricks, kind of like Legos. V'hashta, ein bi ptichato isur d'oraita. And when you remove those bricks, it's not an isur d'oraita. Hilkach la muksinin, the bricks are not muksa. Kiyechi d'amrin agabe tevel, like we say agabe tevel in other cases as well. And therefore, Rabbi Meir says, pochet lechatchila, ta'il ve'en shamtint elevenim zdurim zrualzu, since there's no mud, it's not mortared, it's not closed, it's just bricks. Lo havi soter, you're not destroying, it's not a malacha deoraita. V'sharei livchot lechatchila. And he says, lechatchila you can do it, but we don't pass it like Rabbi Meir. So I guess, by the way, they would do this because they needed to store things for long term. And if you store it for long term, lechatchila, you don't have in mind to use the food on Yom Tov. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.